believe we peaked in the 90s. Come on, come on, come on, prove me wrong. Tuck your friendship bracelet back in your shell suit sleeve. Come on back in time with me.
Vidliken, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Project Zomboid. Our man Ramos Ravioli is woken up at 6:20. Means there's sufficient light. It doesn't feel like the middle of the night. You can get going without bumping into anything. Still got some stuff on him from yesterday. Read an annotated map for a place we're never going to go to. It's only really the riverside ones we're interested in. I'm pretty sure we've read all them by now. Gonna get some tailoring supplies. Inspect our shirt. Add padding to all the different parts of it. The bigger the garment, the more parts I'll have. We can just repeat this process when we've got nothing to do. Just adding and removing patches. When you're lower levels, the patches will be destroyed, along with the thread. And as you level up, you'll get more resources back from going through this process. We can do it outside so we don't get bored. We can speed up time in between, make it go a bit faster. So we keep going until we get up to the next level of tailoring. And we'll finish adding patches to all our clothing before we worry about the next book and getting more XP. With the longer socks, you can see we can cover the shins as well. The patches will give us more protection as we level up the skill. And if we use the leather instead of the denim, it'll provide us with more protection. So if a zombie does tag us, it's less likely to actually make it through. Good clothing can save you in some situations. You can dig more furrows so we can work on leveling farming more. It's a better idea to sort of stagger the planting. Don't want to plant too much at once, especially not the same thing. Try and avoid too many things being ready at once. I'm sure we'll run out of space and we won't be able to get through them. Choose to go with Carpentry for our next skill book to read. Read all the way through until 11. Anxious, needs a ciggy. Getting hungry as well. See what we've got available. Making sure that we don't miss any food that's going to stale. We might want to put into a salad. Gonna make a taco. Some interesting ingredients. Sure, that'll be lovely. So we head back out to the gated community. posh neighborhood. And we want to focus on clearing out the zombies before we get caught up in raiding homes. Even just going away for a day and then coming back, you want to be sure that there's not zombies moved in to the place that you've cleared out previously. Okay, and we're going to take anything they've got of any use to us. Having a party. Celebrate the end of the world in here. And when things started going wrong, I'm sure some people were doing what they were told and staying inside and just watching the TV for updates. As things got worse, they started getting on the booze before turning into zombies themselves and bursting out the windows. Going to meet up with their zombie chums and try and eat our poor man, Ramos ravioli. And we'll do some more disassembly along the way, finding the most important loot. Okay, we'll keep ripping up clothing to get patches and thread. Yeah, got a case inside a case. Okay, and all the clothing that you find inside houses is always mint condition. So any leather jackets or jeans or padded clothing, whether it be tops or bottoms. Yeah, we'll take them. It's good that the electricity's still on. We're able to still get stuff from the fridges and freezers. Yeah, that won't last forever. We've still got another survivor house at the end of the row we're working our way towards. Hopefully we'll get some awesome loot in there. The musical instruments don't make very good weapons, but they do make good stuff for your base. I'm sure we'll have room for a music room at some point. See if we can set up what looks like a stage in the bar. Try and set things up there. So it looks as though it's just waiting for musicians to come in and play a gig. If we were to find enough survivors, yeah, I had big plans. I'd be able to carry the same save across into the next build of the game. So I'll be able to factor in all these things in building an awesome base. Room for some animals. Room for potential survivors. NPCs. Yeah, I didn't find out till later that was not to be. And yeah, Ramos doesn't know. So if that would be his plan, to make an awesome base, he doesn't know he's not going to find any survivors, or have to protect himself from raiders, or come across animals that he'd be able to take back to the base. Can't blame him for being optimistic about these things in the apocalypse. Yeah, there's still plenty of Zeds kicking about. Certainly getting up there with the amount we've killed. Yeah, we did get that laceration, which is pretty bad. But luck was on our side. Don't want to do that too many times. It's a 30-something% chance, so 3 strikes and you're out with lacerations. Certainly it should be. Okay, we'll hopefully not repeat that. Try and stay sharp in combat. Could have read more Carpentry before coming out. Maximize our XP gains from disassembling all the beds and stuff. That's the balance you've got to strike. If you stay inside reading all the time, you miss the good looting opportunities to get all that food before the electricity goes out. Don't want the zombies to migrate too far. If you're working through them, try to be kind of systematic the way you're working through. If you're haphazard and you're going out in every direction, you can expect to find zombies all over the place where you've previously been. All these things in balance. It's much like we could loot just the kitchens of all the places to get all the food, and then come back for everything else, make multiple trips. Yeah, there's always strategy to think about. What to prioritize. How are you going to spend the days? Slow and steady with the base building. We'll get there. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, we'll have to get all the walls in and get some bar furniture. So we'll give them a break. The carpentry and base building does wear them out a bit, as does fighting the undead. Got plenty of stuff to put away. We're accumulating some stale food. Try and freshen that up afterwards. Once we've made our awesome bar, how much room we've got left for an armory. Get some cool containers in there for different weapons. Certainly accumulating plenty of firearms. Better for when you're in the more rural areas. You can back up into a field if you attract 50 zombies out of nowhere for firing off a shotgun. Not so great in tight housing. It's hard to tell how many are coming in, where they're all coming from. Get some vitamins that can help us. Zombie gets this because we weren't perfectly aligned. Sort of ready to get them coming through the door. Swing and a miss. Another laceration. Yes, that's not great. Yep. 2 lacerations in the same week. That's terrible. Can never survive like that. Yeah, it can't be doing that all the time. That's what happens when you get complacent. I was pretty sure I was aligned. That's what will get you. Your first, 5, 6, 10 deaths. It's probably why. Being slightly misaligned. A swing and a miss. You sort of swing past them over their shoulder. And then they get a nibble of you. But with our tailoring, maybe it could have been worse. Maybe it would have been a bite instead of a laceration if we weren't somewhat protected. Yeah, not quite sure. If it does sort of diminish the successful attacks by the zombies. Or if it just avoids the chance of it doing actual damage to you. Yeah, there's a lot of the mechanics I don't know. I can only speak from experience. The mechanics certainly are in depth, so everything that you would expect to make a difference does have an effect. A lot of things affect your stats as you're going. That's why I tried to tend to the moodles quite quickly. The anxiety one I'll let hang around for an hour in game. Wait till he gets to the next level of being anxious before I give him a ciggy. Trying to make them last a bit longer. We're not in danger of running out. It's good to be economical. So we'll read all the way through until 20 to 11. Hoping we're going to wake up a bit later. At a slightly better time. Have a little snack before bedtime. Gonna get ourselves a triple day episode. Helps when there's big gaps with reading. Read for a couple of hours in game. Helps for the shorter episodes. Well, 20 to 7, not much later. At least it's light and we can see what's going on. Sort out our dirty bandage. Wound is healed up. That's something. No moodles. Indicating that we're feeling sick. Escaped it. Got away with it twice. But yeah, we really don't want a third time. Sort of deserve to perish if we get tagged 3 times, really. Especially if it's lacerations. Yeah, much more likely to get you zombified than a scratch. Not as definitive as a bite. But yeah, it's far from ideal. Microwave a TV dinner. Makes him a bit sad. Don't know why. It doesn't say that it has unhappiness, but yeah, it just makes him a little sad. So we have to give him some fun sweets. Cheer him up a bit. Yeah, with it being a horrible rainy day. Get him to finish off his carpentry book. Want to be better protected. So we're going to wear the leather out. Probably overheat once I start fighting. Yeah, it's a little bit later. Now we're into August. Temperature should start coming down. Yeah, we've got a clothing store that we can hopefully find some stuff that we want. Rip up what we don't take. Things like the leather trousers and motorcycle helmets. It's the best kind of gear that you want to find for protection. Firefighters' outfits are pretty good, but you can't repair them. You don't have the option to do the tailoring on them. That's about the only downside. And you do get rather hot when you're wearing them. It's easy to overheat. Yeah, if you can't get leather trousers, essentially like a motorbike outfit. Leather trousers, leather jacket, and a motorbike helmet. That's the ideal gear, but if you can't get that, fireman's outfit. It's pretty good. We can take the mannequins back to the base. Have someone to chat to. Yeah, once we get the bar set up. We can have a mannequin bartender. Ramos can chat to. As he's getting mad. Save him going even more mad, you know. Yeah, still plenty of clothing. Zombies haven't disappeared, decomposed away. There's still opportunity to rip any clothing or pick up any maggots before they disappear entirely. Again, we can use the maggots for bait when we go fishing. Food that we're scoring. Probably not going to need to go fishing. Especially with the crops we're planting and everything. Get the feeling he's going to have more than enough food. But yeah, we are raiding the whole of Riverside, so we're taking all of the stuff. Yeah, long-term food's not a priority, but if you don't want to come back and re-raid the same location twice, may as well take everything you want first time around. Depends how lucky you get with the timing of the power going out and how fast the day goes. How much food you're going to be able to steal from nearby fridges and freezers. Super cautious. Not getting got by anyone hiding in a cupboard. Yeah, you can assume that there's a zombie behind every door and just swing the second that you open. You also want to be thinking about going backwards. Heaven forbid there is a zombie there or multiple. Kind of want to be moving back and swinging. I think the door flash is the best method. I'm just not that great at double tapping the key super fast. Opening the door, then closing the door at a rapid pace. Should be able to show you that there's a zombie there without the zombie being able to get out of the door and attack you. That's the idea anyway, but you got to be pretty fast. So we're going to put away more of our stuff. Set up some knickknacks on the kitchen table. The more stuff that we pop down in the base, sort of decoration wise, and the more it'll feel like a home. Getting ourselves dried off. I'll pop away these towels. Leave them close to the entranceway. We'll get a nice porch area out here once we've finished off this room. Let's continue it all the way along. Yeah, if we make another layer all the way around the store, work my way all the way back around to the bar, then there'll be no windows exposed. Unless we pop windows in those outer layers. Make another layer of windows. Yeah, layers of protection, that's what we want. Read the tailoring book. So we can get better protection. Save us from that disaster again. Yeah, we are going through matches. We'll go through the matches before we use the lighters. Yeah, sometimes you've got a lighter equipped, it will drain away the gas. Make sure you unequip it. That's how you use the Molotov cocktails. I wouldn't recommend using a Molotov cocktail, but that's how you do it. You have the Molotov as your primary and then the lighter is your secondary. You got to make sure to unequip the lighter again after you've thrown the Molotov. Otherwise you're just wasting the gas. So it's 10, he's tired, but we'll get him to read a little bit more. He's losing weight, but not so much that I worry about him getting underweight. Just has to eat a little heartily tomorrow, catch back up. Getting there with our skills. Read all the way through until 11. Keep pushing on with that tailoring book. See if we can get a little bit more sleep. Sleep a bit later. He really doesn't need to be getting up at 6 to watch Life and Living. He's hopeful that he's going to see it again. 5:10, that's not much use at all. He was quite active yesterday as well. Not active enough to be proper tired out. Yeah, some days he's more tired than others. Have to get him to go chopping down some trees or something. That seems to knacker him out. Can also do exercise to work on the fitness and strength. Choosing high fitness and strength to begin with the trait points. Yeah, it'd be hard for us to level up because we're at the end of the chain. But we can do exercise to get some XP for strength and fitness. Help us do more damage and get tired out a little bit less. As I say, that's where we've put all our points, so we'd hardly be making a blip with the XP we'd be getting. Exercise, got time right as well. I'm going to do it about 11 o'clock so that the pain from the exercise kicks in while he's asleep at about 1 in the morning. It'll be gone by the time he wakes up. Just avoid the negative part, the pain of going to the gym. There's a few different workouts you can do, depends on whether you want to be leveling up your strength or the fitness. I think We need fitness more than strength. Yeah, we can get to that. Try going fishing. Make sure we don't get crept up on by a zombie. I suppose the better thing to do would be to build a little containment for yourself. A little house. Remove the chance of them sneaking up on you. We're putting the maggots to good use. I think the fishing rod's more likely to break with us being lower level at fishing. But we've got the line and all the materials and everything to keep going. I think as we level up we get bigger fish as well. Okay, and we'll prepare them on the way to an oven. Just like the small animals, just got to sort of butcher them, prepare them before cooking. Some of the bigger fish are pretty heavy. You'll put on weight, you'll be well fed. Yeah, I don't think we really need it as a food source. Maybe just as a bit of a relaxation activity for him. Foraging is quite relaxing, as long as the weather's not so bad that you might get crept up on. If we just stick fairly close to home, we should be able to find plenty of things around here, really. We'll rebait our traps. Butcher a couple of rodents. Yeah, fish and mice and rats and fantastic things. All the meat we'll ever need. Yeah, we can catch rabbits and things. I have to make bigger and better traps for that. They will want some of this produce that we're growing. So even if it's too much for ourselves, then yeah, we can give it out to the animals as well. It's worth trading a couple of lettuces to get some rabbit meat. Doing pretty well with the tailoring book. Another break to have a ciggy, have some food. Seeing some stale ingredients. I'll want to get to them at some point before they go entirely bad. I'm just eating yogurts and fun food. That's definitely early apocalypse stuff. And you will have to get into the less fun food at some point. Back to make some progress. Can't just hang around the base all day. There's still plenty about. You can never think you've got them all, because you haven't. As long as you don't attract too many at the same time. You're doing the 360 to make sure they're not creeping up behind you. Yeah, once you get into good habits of checking your 6, not taking on too big a fight, you do much better after a while. In the beginning, it's just terror and many deaths. So I've made it down to the end of the row. This is my favourite one of these houses. There is a mod where you can choose this house as your starting location. Did do that once. Yeah, it's pretty good to reinforce things from here. Now this is your starting place. It's nice that it's got a little bit of grass for planting crops and stuff. It's quite easy to block off the entire gated community. There's only a couple of entrances. If you get them blocked off with a few walls, leave yourself one way in and out with a car. Build a big double gate or whatever. Get the cars in and out. Yeah, it feels pretty good having the whole little neighborhood to yourself. There's certainly enough furniture to disassemble within the gated community itself. Keep you going. To start you off in that first few levels for carpentry and stuff. Yeah, this is usually the bedroom that I stay in. And this is home. Yeah, with it being a survivor house, this is what we're looking for. Tools and weapons in the cupboards and cabinets. Yeah, ammunition, we'll take it. I think our bag is full up. Gonna have to be slightly overloaded. Just have to make a few trips. Trying to get jumped. Scared me even now. Yeah, that's what happens. Definitely don't want that to happen to you when you're massively overloaded and you're walking slow, but at the same pace as they are. I'm glad they weren't closer to the edge. Yeah, I think a few of them must have seen me go around the side. Like lightning, see that? Yeah, it's easy when you can hear them banging on the doors, and then you can see the door moving, so you know exactly which door they're behind. Open, swing! Really fast. And usually in those rooms, if there are multiple zombies, they'd all be banging on the door. But not always. Sometimes it'll get you. There's only one banging on the door. And you open the door to fight what you think is just going to be one. And there's multiple there. Hiking bag and a big hiking bag. And a suitcase. All of the storage you could ever need. Just need more arms. So we can carry all the loot out all in one go. Yeah, gun cases galore. Plenty of firearms in here. Yeah, Survivor House is good. It's only one row, I think there's 3 or 4 rows worth of houses. Plenty more places for us to loot. Fingers crossed the power will stay on for us a few days more. We've got most of the stuff out of most of the kitchens. So when the power does go, there won't be that many houses to go round. And just pop in the kitchen and raid their fridge and freezer. You've got to take many trips back and forth. Carrying all this loot. This is the reward to get into the great houses. Yeah, compared to the trailers that we started with. Yeah, many times the awesome loot. Better quality loot and more of it. Yeah, we can take instruments, but we want more unique instruments. We've already got a few guitars and basses. As someone who has like, I don't know, 20, 25, lost count, 25 guitars and 2 basses, like, yeah, you can't have too many, but don't think he necessarily needs them. One of each colour, perhaps. He's optimistic he can start a band in the zombie apocalypse. It's a shame the zombies seem quite aggressive and want to eat his brains. You can't have one chained up like Nick Frost, playing a bass or something, you know. Good entertainment for the bar. Yeah, we're pretty lucky to still be finding frozen food at this stage of the game. Yeah, the power in the water can go off on you a lot earlier than this. Pretty much once the TV shows end, any time from then on. It's all pretty random. But yeah, it feels a bit like you feel extra unlucky if it goes off pretty early. That's the main concern, is the food. It's a nightmare to go raiding a place with a whole bunch of rotten food in it and think, oh, if I could have got here faster, I could have had all this food. Yeah, you don't want to get distracted by things like that. Survival is key. Still got kitchen cupboards in here with weapons. Pretty good for sledgehammers this run. I think that's like the 4th sledgehammer, 3rd sledgehammer at least we found. Yeah, we've got all this ammunition for the guns we dare not use. Sure we get the Zomboid in the back garden. One less that can get us later. Yeah, just keep finding goodies. Desert boots are the best boots for stomping. Boxes of nails. Tools and weapons. Fresh food. Yeah, can't really ask for more. Yeah, if you do make it to the winter and you're in a base that you've constructed yourself or adapted, and you're starting to get cold all the time, you're not able to get warm, these bigger houses do have fireplaces. You can demolish some furniture for some scrap wood or planks or whatever. Or put your duplicate books into the fire. That way you can heat the house, keep your character warm. I've never survived that long to be in the dead of winter and worry about having multiple layers of clothes to avoid the cold. If I was just playing the 1 hour days, yeah. We'd already be at about day 100. Yeah, it's better that we can take our time. Yeah, there are still undead heathens kicking about. Let them live another day. So we finished our tailoring book. Could do mechanics, but I've no intention of really leveling up mechanics. I need to get a little bit more for farming and cooking. And then we could level those up. Get onto the next book there. Cooking will just level up naturally as we go. So that might be next. Let's say I just want to find a balance between doing relaxing things around the base, like reading, tailoring, cooking, that sort of thing, base building, and going out adventuring. Trying to drag cars back onto the surface is a nightmare. It goes super slow. And there's even still zombies kicking about here. Have to dispatch them. Yeah, they do wander. Is ever safe. That little car park is right next to the base. It's really close. Just lucky we haven't seen one wandering right over to the base. Like we cleared this out ages ago. But more have come in to fill the power vacuum. Assuming there's brains available to munch. Some cool stuff that we can set up. A roadblock and some pallets. Don't really need it, but you never know. Can disassemble it. Probably just bump into it with the cars if we leave it here. More planks. Yeah, we'll keep working on this wall. We're bringing a light into the base, but that's fine. Don't think our generator will reach over to that light. Generators only have a certain radius. So some of the sort of street lighting that's already in existence will stay on, but not all of it. Tired. Have a coffee, but it's not really done the job. Hopefully you'll sleep better tonight. Yeah, fighting when tired diminishes your power. That's not ideal. Should really be taking the pills, the vitamins. Yeah, determined to get as much done as possible. And some more stuff taken back. Up another couple of walls before bedtime. Get that extra level of carpentry. Yeah, reading the book is definitely worth it. We're up super late. 10:30. To pop down a few more things, make it feel a bit more lived in, and send them off to bed. And we'll come back next time, resume the adventure where we left off. Until then, do take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.